So what happens is, as I have said previously, that we are having a GLUT channel that require what? Insulin for its opening, okay, and let glucose inside the cell, okay. So this is one important point. There is a GLUT channel, glucose transporter channel, which should be opened by means of insulin. So insulin is the key, okay. So due to some abnormality, what will happen? Insulin will not be present. So that whole thing we shall be studying one by one, okay. So here you see first. Now there is a patient who is having this abnormality. So what will happen? What will be the sign and symptoms of diabetes? Here you see. So we shall write it down. Some signs and symptoms. Sign and symptoms of diabetes, okay. This condition, as I have said, that glucose is not entering into the cell and it is coming out of urine. The whole thing is called what? Diabetes mellitus, okay. So we shall see what exactly happens in sign and symptoms. So we will put it like this, okay. Now as you can understand that how the scenario is, the glucose is not able to enter into the cell. So what will happen? Less amount of ATP will be formed and the patient will feel tired, okay. Feeling of tiredness, okay. And in good terms we shall call it fatigue, okay. Feeling of tiredness is nothing but fatigue itself. So instead of that we are writing feeling of tiredness and fatigue. Now why this is taking place? Since lack of ATP, okay. এটা explain করতে হবে, you need to explain it. Why there is a lack of ATP? I shall give you in exam. So why feeling of tiredness and fatigue takes place in diabetes? So you have to tell me the whole scenario, that glucose has been produced and it should enter into the cell in order to produce ATP by means of TCA and glycolysis and electron transport chain. Now since glucose is not able to enter into the cell, what will happen? No ATP will be formed and therefore eventually there will be feeling of tiredness, okay. So next is what? Next is there is one more problem that will happen. There is called increased thirst, okay. Increased thirst, okay. Then there will be increased urine or polyuria, we shall call it polyuria, or increased urine, okay. All these things have an explanation why this thing takes place. Then since energy is not getting produced, what your what your cell feels. Now here you see, your cell do not know that there is an abnormality with insulin. So it thinks that something is wrong, you are not taking food properly. So in your brain continuously there is a signal that you take food, and eventually what happens? You have increased appetite also, okay. Increased hunger, that also I'll ask you why this thing happens. Because cells are starved of ATP, okay. Cells are starved of ATP and signals the brain for more food. But it should be explained in a nice way. অনেক বেশি করে ভালো করে it should be explained why exactly this thing takes place, okay. Then there are some more. I am not opening now. So what is happening is in the next couple of things, increased hunger, there is a good terminology for this, okay. We call it polyphagia, Okay, so you should remember this. Now see the spelling polyphagia. Okay, Phagia. Then there is many times there could be some shock or delusion. Shock and delusion, and sometimes stroke. Okay, now since what is happening is, since in your brain there is no glucose there, okay, the glucose is present in plasma but not in your brain, because in order to reach it to brain it need to enter into the cell, isn't it? So eventually what is happening, they are because brain is also starved from glucose. Brain requires continuous supply of glucose, continuous supply of glucose. Since no glucose in brain cells, brain may undergo what? Shock. Okay, so we have a specific terminology for this also. So this is called this condition is also have some specific terminology. Okay, so sometime we call it brain stroke. Okay, something like this. So these are some sign and symptoms which can be explained at the macro level. Okay, macro level means what? Exteriorly. Okay, there are some internal mechanisms also going on. Okay, so that should also be written. For example, there could be a thing called ketoacidosis. Problems at the molecular level, or let us say shall I say, anyway we will put it here itself, but it should be explained in a different way. So ketoacidosis or ketosis. Okay, ketoacidosis only we will write, ketoacidosis. So we will explain what is this ketoacidosis. Okay, very important terminology. Okay, these are, and there are some more. For example, microvascular complications, we shall call it, we shall explain what exactly are those vascular complications. Okay, so for the time being you just this thing with the name, and then later on we will explain. Then there is once again macrovascular complications. Okay, then there will be some more, for example other metabolic disorders. Okay, what has happened to this? Just hold on. Okay, yeah, so these are some major things, and there are plenty of other things as well. We shall get back to those points. So these are some sign and symptoms, and these are the mechanisms, and we shall come across each and every sign and symptom. And now we shall go to the clinical estimation of, or clinical detection of diabetes. Okay, so we'll get back to the complications later on, and we need to explain each and every one in a detailed way. So before going to those complications, we'll once again go back to the clinical detection. Okay, I hope my voice is clear. So we shall go here, clinical diagnosis of diabetes mellitus. Okay, so one by one we shall see those.